in the place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know? Tomash, in the lake is snug. Where are we? Where's the snug? Where have I put the bloody snug? In there. In the snug. Snug as a bug in a rug. Cheers, bud. Cheers for the super chat. Mucho apreciado, as they say in Japan. Casper, how are you doing? Snowy. It was snowy the other day, and then it got colder, and there's no snow about. But we had a hailstorm about an hour ago, I think it might have been. Pounded on the conservatory roof. It was at the end of the world. Now it's back to normal. You can hear me and see me. I'm going to have one of them days, aren't I, where I can't get my words out. Live chat, there we go, much better. Yeah. I'm fresh out the shower. I am also... The radiator behind the computer, which I switched off because it was burning the camera out last year, I've had to switch back on because it was bloody cold. It's now on, so I'm warm and I'm out the shower. And also, Tomash, Duke of Prague away kit, Subutio t-shirt with a red card for the left winger. Proper half man, half biscuit stuff. -6, -7 last night in Denmark. It was, I think I had a look at about 5 this morning when I got up and had to go for an old man pee. It was about 2 degrees. It was alright. But the room was cold. But it won't be tonight because the heating is on. And to be honest with you, having them 2 radiators, if they come on at any point during the day, and then I've got my little oil radiator plugged in next to my bed, that's enough to keep the room hot for the rest of the night. It's fantastic. Esther, how are you doing? You okay? Right, Ginger's crossed as well that the Dukey continues to work. Hasn't done, has it, for the last few times? Barnsey, how you doing, bud? A hapless centre forward. A headless centre forward, rather. There. Headless centre forward. It was from Redbubble. I'm not sure who the person was, but yeah, I saw it and thought I have to have that. I have to have it, so I got it. They do loads of half man, half biscuit stuff. Some really good. Some of the stuff I can't wear on stream, obviously, because I get demonetised. But you know what I mean. Prayers for Miriam. Hopefully, I will hear something tomorrow. The stuff was supposed to be arriving at some point today. All legitimate, genuine Mercedes parts, which is more expensive, but they're built to last longer. Not going to fall apart. Hopefully. And by the time this is done, it won't need anything else doing to it or for it for another year or so. Apart from maybe tyres. I need windscreen wipers, that's about it as well. 6.7. I'll use a comma instead of a point, of course. Dukey's working for now, Mandy, for now. Boorish cortisol awaiting log off. Druidic fridge parity. Chiswick Mousel. We know it's Mousel now. It's not Mousehole, is it? It's Mousel. As combat erections holders in their famous song. Barnsley, what happened with the car? The auxiliary belt snapped. It must have been. It must be that the water pump must be seizing, which has caused a tensioner to melt, the belt to snap, the water pump to seize. So it needs a new water pump, a new belt, and a new tensioner. But also two of the idler pulleys need replacing as well. So it's lots of arson round, and that's without the backing plates doing on the brakes as well. But at that point, within the last 18 months, I will have had all four corners of the suspension done, all four backing plates, the turbo actuator fixed, which was causing a problem, and then all the belts changed. So hopefully that'll be it. A ginger's crossed. Hopefully. And then apart from that, it'll just be the likes of tyres and windscreen wipers and the usual stuff that goes wrong with them constantly. I don't mind that though. It's not been too bad. It's cost me a few quid, but I don't mind. I would have only spent it on wine, wouldn't I, and an early grave. So up to work. How you doing, Kirsty? You okay? Tomorrow's high is 0 with a -8 as a low. Jesus, that's all I can say. It's Gonna Happen by the Undertones, a fantastic song. Featured in a one of my more recent videos, I think, wasn't it? Remind me, I've got to record one more bit for next week's video tomorrow, which should be sound. I've also done a little bit of a special thing for next week's video, a little bit of an insert, just because I wanted to have a mess around and see what I could do. Dukey's working for now. Ginger's crossed. Waiting for Mystify by your very own In Excess. Could have said it. Well, it was. And I think I've done the right thing in stopping when I did, rather than trying to get it home, which would have probably cooked the engine. So my mate picked it up on Monday, very, very early. Considering it was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but it was early because, or no, it wasn't even that, it was earlier than that. Early because I only messaged him sort of the day or day before that, Saturday night it might have been. For him to fit me in on the Monday was just ridiculous, so fair play to him. And to Ian at TriPoint for allowing me to drop it off early and then try and sort it out for me. It's good lad, as Harry Redknapp would say. If you've got anyone like that in your life, makes it sound really, really, heavy, that, doesn't it, in your life. Anybody like that you've got in your phone book that you can go to, that you can trust, look after them and they will look after you. Whether it's a mechanic, electrician, like Mandy's got there now, anything like that. Mandy, you're having a Western Super. Just had to change tablets and sort out the speaker. That deafened you. First world problems, eh, Mandy? First world problems. Yeah, but we're going to get there. Hopefully it'll be done tomorrow and I'll be able to pick it up. Jess is off work tomorrow, so I don't need to take her into work. Typical, an entire week of not seeing her. I'll have to just go round, knock on the door and ask if she can play out. I used to do that quite regularly to annoy her. Knock on the door and Mum would answer, hiya, can Jess play out? Shut up, Dad, the neighbours can hear you. Not asked. What speaker did you have to sort? Is it going through the big speakers? Is that what's happening? Have you got like a Marshall stack along the back wall of my booming, soporific voice coming out? Oh, it's nice having that heating on though. Jeez, I've had me teddy bear fleece on all day. Yeah, there you go. Quick tip, pro tip even. Get an electrician before you need one and keep the number on paper. If you can speak to them, yeah. I've had your name recommended to me. If I have any problems, would it be alright to talk to you at a future date? Yes. Thought I'd introduce myself. Thank you very much. For those days when it gets like 4 o'clock in the morning and things go explodey. Can you come round? But yeah, and also I think it's, if you treat someone well and they treat you well, that's a healthy relationship to have with any aspect. Like I say, with the mechanic I've got now, to do all 4 corners of the suspension with all genuine Mercedes parts, the quote was over £1,000. By the time it come to doing the work and then me paying for it, it also needed a bit of work on the engine. So I thought, oh, here we go. That's going to be the best part of $2,000. And when I went to pick it up and went, that's 900. How's it 900? How can it be less than the original quote and he'd done more work? He said, well, I managed to get you some discount on the parts. He could have said nothing and kept the difference himself, but tried to save me a bit of money. He got a decent wage out of it, or money that he was happy with. I saved money, and I give him a good review on Google, and I won't go anywhere else as long as I've got a Mercedes. So for me, that just speaks volumes. I got looked after. I made sure I give him a tip as well. I think he got looked after with a good review, and the fact that he's only get repeat custom, and I will recommend him to anybody who's got a Mercedes round here. That's how you should do business. Don't be trying to find a very quick payday. Don't be trying to rip someone off for that one quick hit, because eventually the word will get round and you'll be knackered. But Ian's a good fella though. Always looks after me, so I'm delighted. I look forward to having a chat with him and getting my car back. I miss Miriam. I miss my whip. I mean, that. Instead of the front of a nice big black Mercedes, there's the rear end of a cream Mini Cooper. Just not the same, man. It's not the same. I miss my little badge. My little tri-point sticky up badge. Terrible, isn't it? Speaker on the tablet is a bit meh. Just a Bluetooth one. I like the Bluetooth speakers. The one I got, I think it was from Argos. It was only cheap. But you can take it in the shower if you so wish. It's waterproof. Isn't that handy? Who's taking speakers into the bleeding shower though? SAS, man, get in, get the job done, get out. Leave no blood. The speakers on tablets and phones can be hit and miss. I mean, the Samsung phone that I've got is just absolutely incredible. I don't know how they make it sound as good as they do, but it is superb. I also think it's got 2 speakers, hasn't it? One at either side, or one at the top, one at the bottom. So when you place it down, it actually genuinely sounds like stereo, which is fabuloso. Oh, bit of Roxy on the Juki, more than this. Brian Ferry was far too cool, wasn't he? Bastard. Ali, how you doing? You okay? How's the going, Roy? What? You're still out to be home soon? No worries at all. Cover your laces, no falling over. We don't want any more of that. We've had too much of that. No more injuries to anybody, please. Nice cup of tea from my thermos, because I'm worth it. Oh, speaking of which, during my work today, I had to be looking at quite a few traders, one of which was Thermos. I had to see if they were still a going concern, if they were still trading or in liquidation or dissolved, etc. I think they may have been bought out by someone else. So the sound should be good on the iPhone since they started off with the iPod, but you're underwhelmed. Yeah, I know what you mean. Ali, you'll be back. The Terminator. She will be back. I was looking at something earlier on. It might have been on Blue Sky. And they were talking about Apple. Apple never come up with anything. They've never actually designed anything from scratch. They've just always taken other people's stuff. And this lad went, yeah, they just take other people's ideas and make them better. So these people are absolute fucking sheep. There's nothing better about Apple, apart from maybe the MacBook. I see a lot of people talking about, a lot of video editors talking about the MacBook being 100 times better than a Windows laptop at video editing for some strange reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the RAM that they use, whether it's the solid state drives they use, or if they've got an integrated video card. I don't know, but they speak very highly of it. But apart from that, there's no way any iPhone is better than the Samsung. Not a chance. And I've used both. Sorry, just isn't. And then every video that you see, every American video to be fair, is you can do this on your iPhone. I haven't got an iPhone. And it's constantly. You don't need a brand new camera, just use your iPhone. I haven't got a fucking iPhone. I don't need to know the settings on an iPhone. I've got an Android. Because only about 51% of people in the US have an iPhone. That's it. It's not massive like you'd think over there. It's just over half. And 70% of the world use Android. Only 29 point something percent use Apple. But the way they go on, you'd swear Apple was the only game in town. It's not. They just bought into this. Apple's an American firm, obviously, isn't it? So probably a little bit protective of it in that way. But it's not the only game in town, man. It's not solitaire. Advantage of a Mac used to be hardly any viruses. That was in the Stone Age. It's probably the same now, to be honest with you, because it's so much easier to hack Windows. So why bother trying to work out a Mac when there's enough Windows computers to keep you going for decades. Yeah, but my work phone's an iPhone, and I've had every Samsung phone under the sun over the years. There's no way any Apple iPhone's better than this. Not a chance. Not a chance. With its 600 cameras on the back and being able to see exactly what kind of cheese the moon's made out of and things like that, you know what I mean? And I'm not just a Samsung fangirl either, because I've had HTCs, I've had Ericssons, I've had all kinds of mad shite over the years. I've got the modern day version of the Nokia 3310. I bought that as an investment. And also, if I ever go to Glastonbury, you charge it once, you're there for the entire weekend, and you can live stream the entire weekend without video, and it'll still be on 90% battery. But you never missed anything. You never miss anything on here, mate. Just me chatting shite. Some things never change. Yeah, the camera on this is ridiculous. Really is. 8K video. If you don't know what that means, it's like 4K, only twice as good. Just means you can take really, really clear video, and then if you zoom into it, long before you think it's going to get pixelated, it's not, it's crystal clear. It is mad. 960 frames per second slow-mo, which you should be able to take slow-mo video of a hummingbird, and it looks like it's flapping its wings like a normal bird. It's just mad. But I think the iPhone, is it 15 Pro, whatever it is now, they're getting similar as well. So the quality, they're pushing each other. They're like Messi and Ronaldo, pushing each other on, which can only be good for the consumer, but bad for the planet, bad for the environment, and bad for the 8-year-old Malaysians who are making these things. Up to workers. Samsung Notes is easy to use. Lots of the Samsung stuff's really easy to use as well. Well, it will be because I've been using it for about the last 10, 15 years, whatever it is, but very intuitive, a lot of the stuff that you get free with Samsung. And I don't suppose Samsung are ethically brilliant, but Apple is such a horrible, horrible company. Absolute bellends. Man, your zoom is only 4 times, not quite 100 times, is it? But you can only use what you've got to hand. And if it's 4 times, then 4 times zoom on Iruri in Snowdonia, Irwithva, that beautiful, beautiful mountain in the middle of it. That's much better than 100 times zoom in, I don't know, for example, Blackpool. So it depends on where you are. What do you see with your phone or tablet? That's the main thing. Your iPhone seems from the Stone Age. You've got to use what you've got, man. There's that famous thing, isn't it? What camera dudes, whether it's photographers or videographers, say is the best camera is the one you have with you. So it doesn't matter about the specs. If something spectacular is happening in front of you, whatever you've got to be able to capture it is the best thing that you can possibly have. And it's true. And to prove it, there's a really good photographer that I was watching the other day. He was talking about Sony A6 700, I think it might have been. Is it the best all-round cheap phone you can get now? Cheap camera you can get all nowadays for photography and videography. And he said some of the best pictures he's ever taken, and he was putting them on screen while he was talking about them, some of the best ones he'd ever taken were taken by this camera, which is now completely obsolete and out of date apparently. But he said all the lenses that you can get will still fit it. It's still a fantastic camera. It's what you see in front of you and your ability to frame something. That's the most important thing. You can do it with your phone as long as you've got a good eye. I'm not a photographer by any stretch of the imagination, but I seem to take some half decent photos with my phone just because I don't know, I'm either lucky with it or I've learned a little tiny bit about composition, so that'll do. I'll take that, and when I put it on Instagram it looks okay. But you take a half decent camera and a brilliant cameraman versus an amateur with a brilliant camera, the actual cameraman's going to take much better stuff. If you had 100 times, you could get better pics of the mountains, though. You're going to have to buy then, or get hold of, or steal a Samsung. Trying to think, did my last phone have 100? I think it did, didn't it? The Note 10 might have had 100. The S23 Ultra's got 100 on it. Never know, might be able to pick these up fairly cheap. Keep an eye out. You'll be able to get much better pics of those mountains. With 100 times zoom, you'll be able to get pictures of people on the mountains, never mind anything else. Individual sheep. Mind you, yeah, maybe in Wales, don't be zooming in on sheep because no one needs to see that, do they? Yeah, but that's it. Making the best of what you've got. It's only small, but I've got 16 stone behind it. The Casper is true. And that's partly some of the reasons why I watch as many YouTube videos as I do on either photography or filmmaking. What I do on YouTube is not remotely filmmaking. Just stupid little videos of me talking to camera. It doesn't take much. But I like the idea of knowing what works and what doesn't. If I can start making things a bit more cinematic in the future, then the better for it. And the pictures that I take, if they can get a little bit better, The best bit of advice I think anyone gave on YouTube, there's been two of them. One is that follower count is just a metric. It's a vanity metric. It makes no difference whether you've got 1,000, 10,000 or 100,000. You're better off having a community, which is absolutely right. People that will watch what you do and will always be there for you, will comment, will like, will give you constructive feedback, is way better than having tens of thousands of followers if they're not actually following you. Absolutely 100%. And where was I going with that, the other one? The other bit of advice? Oh, bollocks to me. It'll come back. I've had a long day today. Long day. Spam it as well, Mandy. Spam it. Yeah, also it's not what you've got. It's not the gear that you got. It's what you do with it. And that was it. Sorry, it's even Mr. Beast said it. That absolute knob. The best advice he could give is keep on making videos and make sure that in every one that you make, you get 1% better. That's all it needs. Just make one thing better. Get 1% better each time. So by your 100th, you're 100 times better than you were in your first video, and just keep on repeating that over and over again. Yeah, so that's it. Get better with every single video. Learn something, a new technique, a new editing style, or an editing trick, or a new camera angle, color grading, anything it is. I suppose it works for anything in life as well. If you can just get that little bit better every time at something you do, over time, exponentially, your skills and abilities will grow. Unless it's parachuting. If you fuck that up first time, you're never going to get any better, are you? But yeah, just get better, learn something different every time. Colour grading's an absolute knob, though. I hate that. I'd love to be able to do it well. It's a ball ache. But that's what LUTs are for. Dinking in. Did I do the Italian flag? What do you think? No, I didn't. I knew there was something. I wrote it down, but I left it there. I'll put it on the light stand. So I have to walk past it. And when I have to walk past it, I'll print it later. Because I'm a feckin' idiot. And despite the fact that I've done nothing, I've been really busy. Really busy. Doing shite like. Your ex didn't give you the time. Typical. Bloody typical. The Italian flag. We have the flags behind us. Every time anybody joins the stream from a country, we tick it off. Kirsty was in Italy and joined the stream, so we have reached Italy. It should be on the board behind me, and it's not. If you remember, man, no worries, I'll remind you later. I might not remember though, so remind me to remind you. If you remember. You see, every time I walk past here, I'm nudge these bastards on the end. Don't know. Might have to shift them all over slightly so I stop catching them. The problems of being a big chap who's not great on his feet. Whereas Kirsty, she was here earlier, as always, around and about somewhere. Mind you, it's like the call of the wild in her house at the moment, isn't it? There's cats everywhere. The little kittens and Le Juste constantly trying to eat cables. move them anyway, they're behind my head. So, put them up there instead. Yeah, I could move them. I'll move them later, Mandy, remind me. Jackie Lewis, J-Lou, what about you? How's it going? You're alright. Oops, I must have said hello to the 6 million people watching, 6,000 people, sorry, watching on Twitch. Mad Mandy, top PA she is. Pen and paper to hand. Ali's back again. Jackie O'Neill. Botrix hasn't changed the Jeff output on Twitch, unfortunately. Ali, okay. There you go. There you go. It's there. Oh, we'll have to have a word from from tonight's sponsor, won't we? I forgot about that. To be going mad. Tonight's sponsor. TEDx. We'll try to get it there, but we're promising sod all. TEDx. Sponsored by TEDx. That's TEDx. Orders. A bucket of hot chocolate. The brushies have been brushed under the carpet now, haven't they? Seeing as though we're no longer in summer. It's now hot chocolate. Remind me to make a hot chocolate for you. I'm not sure I could do it right now, but maybe I could. I wonder, could I make one now? Could I? Nah, be too much arsing round, wouldn't it? I'll make one later though. Pleased with TEDx. Ish. Because it sums up this stream, doesn't it? It's shit, but it's our shit. That's TEDx. Bucket of Murphy's Red. Bucket of coffee. It's a fine looking piece of shite Ted's van, isn't it? I think it's fantastic. It sums it up absolutely perfect. I've had a company for people who broke up, a moving company for people who broke up, Fed Up X. That would work as well. We could do that. We could sort that out. We could make that. We can Dragon's Den that. That's going on the list. Along with a map system that you've got in your car that when you turn it on, it tells you where all the local fast food shops are. I'm going to call it a fat nav. I reckon that would work as well. could start advertising on my hats as well, couldn't I? Although T-Mill, by the look of it, T-Mill is doing hats, or will be doing hats, fairly soon, which should be good. Should be fantastic, as they say in Japan. I'm going to have to check it out though and see whether the designs work or not. Could have a Bears paws baseball cap, couldn't we? Doric means bad, does it? Jackie Jinxie Juice, Jinxie Jungle Juice. Kirsty's got Catnav. She's got a Tom Tom, obviously. Tom Tom Catnav. See, that would take off, wouldn't it? By feck, it's absolutely Baltic. It is a bit chilly, isn't it? It's a little bit taters. Buckets of coffee. Everyone loves the buckets here, don't they? Did everybody get snow except you? Mandy, even Southport got snow. Southport, of all places, where the air is 75% nitrogen, 20% salt and 5% sand. We still got snow. Close to -3 in Denmark. How cold is it at yours, Jinxie? You've got Pratnev. Just keeps on taking you back to yours, yeah. -1 this morning in Offaly. Jack Frost was out in force this morning. Was he nipping at your nose? -2 at the moment, about to drop to -3. Say what? It's 3 degrees here. +3 degrees here. And it's due to get warmer. Well, it is until the morning. 0 degrees at 5. There's going to be snow again in the morning. Proper snow. -6.7 this morning. Yep. Jack Frost's been around all day where you are. You are equally Baltic. Horrible. Steve-O. And Helen. And Ruby. Tomorrow's supposed to be colder than today. It was about 2 at 3 p.m. We have to remember as well, whether we are Irish or GB-ish, we are surrounded by water. That makes things feel worse. I've been in the Netherlands when it was -15 and -20, and it never felt cold because there's no moisture in the air. The snow that fell was powdery. There was no moisture to keep it together. You couldn't make snowballs out of it. It just fell apart in your hands. Whereas -2 over here feels horrible because it is wet everywhere. 3 degrees, yeah. When will I see you again? Prince Charles at the time's favourite band, wasn't it? The 3 degrees. Bad is drug. Drugs, don't do drugs, man. Drugs are bad, okay? Are you frozen? Oh, come on, let it go. Hang on. Turn the camera off. We'll go to a different scene. We'll try a different scene. Hang on. Is he working there? No, he isn't. Right. Is it going to work? No. It's having none of it. Why is it doing this? No. Nada. Nil. Nish. We'll try and add another video capture device and see if that helps. Right, see if this works. It might not do. Probably won't do because it seems like there's something wrong. I wonder if this is an OBS problem. still only giving me the two options and neither of them are working. It's bullshit, man. Bullshit. No, that's still not working. Why for you no work, bastage? Remove. Sorry, yes, remove. No, this is not good, man. Yeah, nothing. Give me a second. Can you still hear me? Am I still coming through louder than the CB rubber duck? Is my voice working? You can hear me, but you can't see me. Something camera-y has gone knackered. And it shouldn't have done. I don't know why it has. It's annoying. We'll do a ninja stream then. I'll come off this and we'll ninja stream while I try and fix the situation. Alright with that? We'll do live fixing. Live fixing. You can hear me when I'm talking. I wasn't at my desk. I was trying to get stuff to live stream with, to ninja with. Right, I'm going to set up a ninja stream now. Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango. Live. Right, I am live apparently. Let's stop this stream now.